the things that came to my mind that was used with that song was after the Challenger disaster.
Right.
That was used a lot with a lot of the videos of people. I mean, did you see any of that?
Well, no, I tell you what, that's one of the neatest things about this song, and that's why there are writers and there are artists and producers, is because that was just what I handed in. It was just a guitar demo, just like that.
Right.
Now, when I got to hear the final version, I didn't even recognize the song with the piano intro, and that was all the players and Alan Reynolds, another brilliant songwriter, who produced the song, and it was Garth's idea. And then after hearing the song done like that, several months later, I got a call, and Garth brought me down to where he had finished doing the video. And then, I mean, I think, and that was all him, and that was all his idea. And I'll never forget, you know, like I said, it had been having had the song turned down by so many people for so long, and then to see it treated like that, you realize that it wound up with exactly the right people at the right time. And I mean, none of that you can plan out. I mean, I've joked before, I said, I mean, if I had planned any of this that happened with it, I mean, I'd do it every Thursday, but that's just not that's just not the way it works. So, I mean, some of this stuff you just
take
have
Friday off.
Yeah. I could, yeah. But I mean, that's just one of those things. I was just very blessed to have it wind up with that company.
Tony Rada, and we heard earlier from Jason Matthews, one of our singer-songwriters in the show tomorrow night. Mark D. Sanders has had 14, 15, 16, 20, 100 number ones. I mean, did you ever lose count of them, Mark? I mean,
yeah, I thought I had 13, but somebody corrected me and told me I had 14.
Okay.
But I've had a few number 2s too.
And those still
some
right.
very provocative number 2s.
Really? Yeah, give us one of those provocative
You want a number
2s.
2?
Yeah.
Well, in front of everyone?
We're in trouble. Watch out.
Well, this one was number 2. Well, baby, what do you say we just get lost? Leave this one horse town like the rebels without a cause. I got people in Austin, ain't your daddy still in Des Moines? We can back up tomorrow, good night, let's flip it home. It's Carolina, California, somewhere good, somewhere warmer up in the mountains, down by the ocean where it don't matter. All these redwoods somewhere together, I got a border. It's Carolina, Tales, California. Now, tell me, you folks in North Carolina, doesn't that deserve to have been a number 1?
Yes, definitely.
Number one in my heart.
15.
It made it what?
No, number 2.
Number 2.
You know what block that one was? My Maria. That was big.
Really? Yeah. Well, you
So I
can't
got a
have
whole
nothing
bunch
nice.
more like that.
Well, that in itself. Now, how did you get the idea for the Carolina, California? Because they don't exactly rhyme. They're both
I
seesaw
know.
states. But
Well, I'm from California and I always loved Carolina. But my friend Tim Nichols came in one day and he said he'd read this book that was terrible, but there was a line in it where the guy said, let's flip a coin, the heads will go to Texas and the tails will go to California. And so I thought about it for a while and I thought, I mean, I have a lot of California in me. I always loved the thought of Carolina. And I had never been to Carolina at the time. And I just thought they would go well together. So there you go. The rest is history.
as they say, the rest is history. And
Yeah.
speaking of number 1s, Jason's first number 1 was Must Be Doing Something Right.
Yes, sir.
He's got a great story with that song that I'm sure you'll share tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, what have you bought with
What do
You know
like,
the
Jason?
dumbest thing I bought? My wife and I went on our first vacation, and God knows when after that song hit. And went down to Cabo, Mexico, Cabo San Lucas. And we get down there, you know, and we get suckered into going on one of these timeshare tours, you know.
Oh, God.
One of these resorts, you know. And we get to this resort place. I mean, this resort was heaven. I mean, it's one of the prettiest places I've ever been to in my life. And then, of course, you know, you get to the end of the tour and it's, you know, it's put up or shut up time, you know. And the guy, I swear to God, the guy that was trying to sell us on it, he knew his psychology to the T. You know, 'cause, you know, he did a little thing like, well, you probably aren't ready for this. You know, you probably might not be in the right financial situation. You know, which just made me mad. I was like, what, you think I can't afford one?
Oh my
Of course, I played right into it. I mean, he had me hook, line, and sinker. But it was a beautiful place, and but yeah, that's one of my dumber purchases. Was
Y'all bought a
timeshare in Cabo.
Do you
And of
still
course, you know, the Mexican drug war's happening right now. You know, so I can't even go down there. You know, and feel good about it. You know, I don't feel like. You know, it's a 45-minute drive between the airport and your actual resort.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in between but desert. You know.
I don't feel so bad about my boat now.
Yeah.
Off the boat now.
Yeah. I think banditos could come out of anywhere on the ride from the airport. You know, I'm just scared of it. You know.
Try and get a
So anybody
timeshare
wants to timeshare, just call me up.
in Cabo.
Call
But-
me.
But just make sure you can run fast through the
This
desert.
place is awesome though. Once
Yeah.
you get to the place.
Well, try a timeshare at Gatlinburg because you put 6 different things down and still can't get it a year ahead of time. That's okay. Never mind. Problems. No, Mark, what have you bought with?
No, I was trying to
songs
think
here?
of that. I haven't. I'm sort of shy about spending my money, but I do have a bunch of scuba gear at home if anybody needs it.
Scuba gear.
Yeah, I like scuba diving, but I sort of stopped doing it.
Yeah, there's no call for that in Nashville.
Not
Yeah.
in Nashville
Yeah.
proper. No.
Well, I mean, there was all that flooding. You could.
Yeah.
Well, in order to go scuba diving, you got to go to a beautiful island. So I guess that's part of it. But there were a bunch of us songwriters that went scuba diving down in Little Cayman one time, and I learned what I like to do and what I don't. So I got all that scuba gear ready. Somebody needs it. Tony, take it on your boat.
Boy,
Yeah.
This has become eBay on the air with you
Yeah.
guys.
Trying to sell everything.
Go down to Cabo with that scuba gear.
You always, well, you have to outrun the drug lords with all that scuba gear. You got to travel light out there.
Yeah, you
I
gotta travel
got
light.
some big fins. They'll be afraid of you with the big fins I got.
Guys or something. You know, Mark, your daughter, I know, is what? She's
A
middle
senior.
school senior.
She's a senior at
And
the
she
University of
writes
North
songs.
Carolina.
No, she's not.
Oh yeah,
A Tar Heel.
yeah. She's
Oh,
See?
my
Haha, Larry, haha.
I'm a Tar Heel father.
Go
In fact, I was
Carolina.
a visiting professor last semester at Chapel Hill for one day.
That is awesome.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So what's she taking? English? What's
She's
her major?
majoring in anthropology and psychology, but right now she's writing a book. So this is a very intelligent 20-year-old daughter of
Well, I was
mine.
going to say, the last thing I read on her was in middle school when she was writing songs with you back then.
Yeah, she helped us in our little book, but she's going to write books. She's already
That's wonderful.
started on her first one.
Awesome.
Well, that is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, these kids nowadays, they don't slow down. They just go right after it. I'm proud of her.
Well, these are just an example of the songs, stories that you'll be hearing tomorrow night, Carolina Civic Center, and again, still VIP tickets available, only $30. So you get a nice dinner at Adelio's in Lumberton. General admission if you just want to go to the show
You
part.
get to have
It's
dinner
15.
with the singers.
Yeah,
Songwriters.
that's right. You guys get to kind of visit around,
Yeah.
handshake, and then after the show, you'll have your CDs available and be able to autograph some things too as well.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I've already autographed Tony's chest.
Where was, let me see, Tony. What did he put on there? As long as it wasn't my love.
It says love forever.
There you go.
I don't think we're getting into a whole different show here, guys.
Yeah, this is kind of the after hours show right here, yeah.
I wrote a song called I Hope You Write the Dance.
Well, when we come back, maybe I can get Tony, because it's interesting. I know Jason works with Luke and a number of different songwriters, and Mark, you've written with Tim and a number of different, but we'll find